A single unexpected meeting inside Buckingham Palace was enough to send royal watchers into overdrive. There were no dramatic announcements, no official explanation, just a sudden change in schedule that left people asking the same question: what could have been important enough to bring senior figures together on such short notice? At first glance, nothing seemed unusual. The royal family has private meetings all the time. But this one arrived at a moment when every public appearance, every family interaction, and every official statement was already being examined more closely than ever. So what was happening behind those palace walls? And why did speculation begin spreading almost immediately? Those questions became even more intriguing because the palace chose not to address the growing rumors directly. Instead, it continued with business as usual. That silence only encouraged more theories, with commentators trying to connect unrelated events into one larger narrative. For years, the royal family has lived under an extraordinary level of public attention. Every smile, every expression, every seating arrangement at major events can become the subject of endless discussion online. Sometimes those theories fade away within hours. Other times, they grow into stories that take on a life of their own despite lacking confirmation. This situation was no different. As speculation intensified, some social media accounts claimed there had been tension involving multiple generations of the family. Others insisted the meeting concerned future planning for the monarchy rather than any personal dispute. The problem was that almost none of these claims came with reliable evidence. That left one important question. If nobody actually knew what happened inside the meeting, why were so many people convinced they already had the answer? The mystery wasn't really about one event anymore. It had become a reflection of how the modern royal family operates under constant public scrutiny. Every private conversation now risks becoming tomorrow's headline. Every unexplained decision becomes an opportunity for speculation. And every rumor competes with verified information for attention. Halfway through the conversation online, another detail shifted the discussion. Several royal correspondents pointed out that emergency or last-minute meetings inside the palace are not necessarily signs of family conflict. They can involve constitutional matters, security planning, scheduling changes, charitable initiatives, or preparations for upcoming public engagements. That observation changed the picture. What initially appeared mysterious suddenly had several ordinary explanations. Yet the fascination remained, because people are naturally drawn toward stories involving relationships inside one of the world's most famous families. Throughout history, the British monarchy has balanced two competing realities. One is the carefully managed public image presented through official engagements. The other is the private family life that largely remains hidden from view. That gap between what people see and what they don't is where speculation often flourishes. It's also why experienced royal reporters repeatedly emphasize the importance of separating confirmed facts from anonymous claims circulating online. In recent years, both Buckingham Palace and Kensington Palace have generally avoided responding to every rumor. Instead, they tend to focus on official duties and allow verified announcements to speak for themselves. That communication strategy can sometimes reduce unnecessary controversy. Other times it has the opposite effect. Silence creates space, and into that space rush countless interpretations. Looking ahead, King Charles continues facing enormous responsibilities as monarch, while also guiding a modern institution through changing public expectations. At the same time, Prince William and Princess Catherine represent the future of the monarchy, with increasing attention naturally extending to their children as they grow older. That reality brings an added challenge. Protecting the privacy of younger members of the royal family has become an increasingly important priority. Responsible reporting generally avoids presenting unverified claims involving children as fact, recognizing that they deserve greater protection from public speculation. Perhaps that's the biggest lesson from moments like these. Sometimes the loudest stories aren't supported by the strongest evidence. Sometimes the mystery says more about our appetite for dramatic narratives than it does about what actually happened behind palace gates. Until verified information emerges, the unanswered questions remain exactly that, unanswered. And perhaps the most interesting question isn't what happened inside that meeting. It's why so many people were ready to believe they already knew.